Hello, and welcome to my channel, Single Mom Review. My name is Sherry, and that is spelled C-H-E-R-E. It is spelled a little fancy, but pronounced plain old Sherry. And I'm a full-time high school English teacher and a part-time reseller here on YouTube. And then I also do PR here, open PR boxes here on YouTube, and along with subscription boxes. It's kind of my little side gig, and I love it. Huge shout out to those of you that have kind of stuck with me the last couple of weeks. Things have been crazy. I will get into that when I do my reselling video this week. And I will get back to my regular schedule of Sunday purse sales and then Wednesday unboxings. Maybe with a little added video since it's summertime throughout the week. But those are my two main days that I'm trying to stick with. So thank you for those of you that have stuck with me these last couple of weeks, because I kind of just had to pull back from YouTube. Today I am jumping on to share with you, I'm doing a PR unboxing. I have done one previously. It was the strawberry shortcake box that I absolutely loved. This one is the 80s box, and it is by Blend Box here. And that's just the cutest thing. I'm trying not to show a whole lot there, but there's the Blend Box. It is theblendbox.cratejoy.com. Also, if you use that link, I think this is still applicable. And then use Single Mom, SINGLEMOM. You get 15% off. If something has changed, I will let you know, but I'm pretty sure my code still works. She had kind of a promo little thing for some of the YouTube channels that she had showing her boxes, and I know that that's over, but I think my code still works. But it is 15% off your total purchase, whether it's for a month or 3 months or 6 months or 12 months. So it's 15% off. So it's definitely something you want to use. Okay, I know that I don't want to spend too much time going over details right off the bat. I want to get right into this box because I know that's why you're here. And then at the end, I will, after we've looked at everything in this box, I will then kind of let you know a little bit of how Blend Box works, and if you were to order it, what you need to do and how it is so unique to you. And I think you're going to want to hear all that. So, but let's see what's in this box. I am definitely an 80s girl. I graduated in 1990. And so all of my, what would that be, from 2nd grade through 12th grade of high school was the 80s for me. So all of my junior high years, all my high school years were 80s. So I'm definitely an 80s girl. And so Nik thought that this box would be perfect for me. Nik is who has founded the Blend Box. She is amazing. I cannot thank her enough for being so patient and giving me a little grace through this month of May, because she got this box sent right out to me after the strawberry shortcake box. And I just had to tell her, Nik, I've got to just kind of step back. And she said, absolutely, enjoy this time. The box will be there. And so huge shout out to her and kudos. You could not ask for a better customer service. I wouldn't even call her customer service because she's the owner of it, but to be able to work with. I mean, I don't even have words to put into play with how amazing she is. She also will send you in your box her cell phone number. She always texts you in regards to the box, and you know, maybe you have a few favorite things that you would like to put in there. She'll give you some options. Lots of things are surprise, but she does try to give some options if she has options to offer. So easy to reach and so personable. I don't know that you can get much more personal than she makes this box. And I think that's the little bit of the icing on the cake that puts this box over the top of others. And so let's get into this box. I know I'm just chatting it up, but I'm telling you, I had to get a little blurb in there for her because not many others would have put up. She actually mailed this out to me on April the 19th. So it got to me right before May, and I had just pretty much already said May was kind of off limits for me, just based on what was going on in my life. And she said, absolutely. So that's how great she is. All right, so we're going to open this box. She actually sent me 2 boxes together. The other one was completely wrapped up, and I did not open that. That is the Care Bear box, and that is something I specifically did ask for. And so that will be coming probably in a video, maybe this week, possibly next week, probably next week. But that's going to be coming up, and I'm excited about that. That's very nostalgic for me also, along with like the strawberry shortcake was. But let's see. I'm going to also give you another sneak peek there. Look at that. This right here, if that doesn't look 80s, I don't know what is. Now, she did tell me that my box of the 80s is a mega 80s box, which is, it's not an option when you order the box, but it is a way more items than a regular box you would get. But she wanted me to get the whole vibe and be able to show you guys the whole vibe. And that's also something that's very unique about the blend box, is that not every box is the same. Based on lots of times there might be the options that you picked that maybe somebody else didn't pick, or it's just kind of, she asks for your favorite colors, some of things like that, and she tries to do things in regards to you specifically. So that's kind of neat. It's also a great idea for a gift if you're sending a gift to someone, because you can make it uniquely to that person. So remember that. All right, so let's see here. The first thing, this reminds me of Cyndi Lauper. This is like a little hair extension, but it is blue. And it has like a comb. See a little comb in there? Oh, this is cute. I'm not going to take it out because I do not want to get it. I don't want the hair going every which way. But you would just like put that comb in your hair. That is too cute. Perfect for a Halloween costume, or just to add a little fun. So that, it just reminds me of Cyndi Lauper. Maybe it's not, but to me, that's what it reminds me of. All right, then you have this little, oh, it's like a little gift bag, a little tote here. Like I said, when I opened the box, this reminded me of 80s. So it's just an adorable little tote bag. I can actually put all these 80 things inside it. If you know somebody that was an 80s person, kind of like me, what a great little bag to put a gift in. All right, the next thing, oh my gosh, I love this. Look at the cassette tape. Some people don't even know what those are. The best of 1980, and it is a little pin. It's a little, like a pin, a brooch. You can put it on a, you know, a lapel of a jacket. You can collect these. Lots of people collect these. Just too cute. Oh my gosh. This is so cute. I love that. I had a collection of cassette tapes. I probably still have them somewhere. All right. And the next, oh my gosh. I played this game actually just until recently. I probably sold it in the last couple of years. We actually had an actual arcade machine here that was Pac-Man. My ex-husband had bought it. It was one of those ones that had like 100 different games, and you actually sat down 2-player and played the games, but one of the games in it was Pac-Man, because he was an 80s guy too. So, but how cute. This is the pink one, and if I remember right, I think his name was Pinky. That's pretty bad that I remember that, but I'm pretty sure he's pink. He might be orange. But I do remember Pinky's name. Pinky, the pink one, was orange. Even if this isn't completely pink. I think that may be a little more orangey red. But that was my first thought, was remembering Pinky. All right, these socks. Are these 80s or what? The zebra kind of print in the multicolor. Do you remember I don't know if you guys are 80s people, but remember the leggings, like workout leggings? And then you would wear leg warmers. You might wear like some purple leg warmers and then these socks on top of the leggings. So you'd see the leg warmers and then these socks. That's what I remember. These are so cute. All right. The next thing. Oh, a Rubik's Cube. You know, we didn't have phones. Phones weren't, I mean, we had phones, like phones that you were actually corded into the wall, but you didn't have cell phones. So you didn't have all those games on cell phones. So you had to come up, you had to have games like this that you could take in the car and sit back there and do a Rubik's Cube. You know, actually, I think actually, my oldest son took a speech class for college, and they had to do a paper over, I don't remember what they had to pick, but he picked a Rubik's Cube, and that's why he did his paper and then did a speech over. So, kind of neat. Oh, and here is an actual Rubik's Cube. I know my oldest boy actually had a Rubik's Cube. And remember, you would mix it all up intentionally, and then you would try to get it back. Your whole thing was to try to get it back to the original, all the colors on all the sides. But you would, you know, mix it all up, and then you had to try to go, you could go this way, or you could go, I don't want to get it too far out of whack for myself, or you could go this way, and you had to try to figure out how to get each block back on the side where they were all the same. All right, the next thing here, oh, Madonna. We talked about Cyndi Lauper. Madonna gloves. All right, let's see here. I wonder if they're those, are they like lace, I think, if I remember? Yep. And they don't have fingers. I forgot about that. Okay, so these, let's see. Oh, I think your thumb. I'm remembering, guys. Okay, so your thumb went through here, right? And maybe did your pinky go through there? Like that? Like that? Something like that? Oh my gosh. I need to Google that and see exactly how those fit, but I think it was something like that, if I'm not mistaken. I know at least the thumb did go, but I think the other one did go through that pinky so that makes sure that it stays up. I do remember those now. Madonna and Cyndi Lauper, they were all the rave. All right, so then we've got some hot pink beads. I do remember they weren't just these plastic beads. I actually had like some true, like, I don't know what kind of beads they were. They were heavy bead, but I had all different colors. And then we would take them and kind of take all the colors, and then we would kind of intertwine them like this, and then they would be a necklace. Like, if you had an outfit of orange, blue, and yellow, you would take an orange, a blue, and a yellow, and you'd wind it all up like this and then wear it as your necklace. That was all the rave back then. The little disco ball. I think that might be just, maybe it's a little pendant, maybe. Make it a little pendant on a necklace. Little disco ball. I remember having high school dances, and we always had one of these in the middle of the room for our high school. We always had high school dances after football games on Friday nights. Then we've got, oh, these earrings. They go with the disco ball. You've got to wear those earrings to the disco ball. Too cute. Too cute. Then we've got a keychain with a dice. I keep saying, do you all remember? Hopefully you guys, some of you all are 80s people and you remember. But the one of the big raves back then was to get like the dice on a shoestring or a string, and you put that on your rearview mirror of your car. And you had these big stuffed puffy dice hanging from the mirror from your car. Oh, all right. Then we have these. She actually wrote me about these, sent me a picture and said, do you remember these jelly bracelets? And I was having trouble remembering them. And she actually sent me a message and showed me a picture of them. But she said, don't you remember you kind of intertwined them? And I forgot to look at that picture, but she said that, like, I think you kind of did something like this maybe. And then, oh, that's it. I did it. So then you have the two colors like that. So then you would intertwine this like this, and the same thing with it. You would, you know, so whatever colors you had on, you could do some intertwining with your different colors. And neon was all the rage in the 80s too. So these little jelly bracelets, I've got 5 of them. You could actually even, you know, like do it like this. Let's see here. How did we do that? Like this. You can see how they're all, I intertwined them all. Like where I have all the different colors there. So you can do it however you want. And you can't really, you know, can't really break them. They're jelly, like we used to have what they called jelly flip-flops too, jellies. But anyways, neon was all the rage back in the 80s too. Let's see. Oh, she also sent me some neon orange hoops because she knows orange is my favorite color. Those are cute. I should have got into this box before May because I could have worn these to some of my graduation things, but I will keep them because my school colors are orange, and where my son's going to college, OSU is orange, black, and white. So those I'm definitely keeping. All right, then we have this little thing. Look at how fun that is. I kind of forgot about these. I think my granddaughter, and I think she actually wrote that, I think your granddaughter, you and your granddaughter will have fun with this, and I think we will too. How fun is that? If I hung it somewhere, she would think that that was, I actually might hang this in my classroom too after my granddaughter and I play around with it, because that'd be a fun little decor hanging off of a, you know, like the shelf or something in my room. I kind of like that. All right. She also sent, oh, some nails. So those are kind of neat. You know, everything was about, you know, color, and tie-dye was a big thing in the 80s too. Tie-dyes kind of came back around a little bit since the 80s. I can't get in this package here. And it looks kind of like these nails have a little bit of tie-dye look to them. So let's see. It doesn't have any glue, so you would have to have the glue to go with it. Actually, it does. It has little stickers. I take that back. She's got everything you need here. There's the little stickies. So you would take whatever size was your nail. You're going to, you know, stick it on there, peel the plastic off, and then you're going to pick whichever one of these fits your nail and put it on top of the sticky thing that you just laid down. How cute. And they are pink and blue. You know what I also think about this? What a great nail to wear to a gender reveal baby shower. I don't know, that just came to my mind. Pink and blue. Perfect. And then I've got some stickers here. Let's see. This is it. This is the last thing. So we've got those neon, kind of a tie-dye, tiger looking. We have got the or the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. We love the 80s. Garfield. Fluorescent French fries. Frog and Toad, the book. Got another Garfield. Garfield was big in comics back then. Nobody hardly reads comics anymore. But in the 80s, comics were big. And Garfield was big with that. I'm pretty sure that is Alice in Wonderland. And then there's the Frog and Toad again. I love stickers. I'm sure she knows that. So I absolutely loved this 80s box. I had so much fun remembering back. And I think that's why she wanted to send this to me. This wasn't one that I actually picked. But she was like, this is just you. Because you're going to know every item I send in this box. And she's right. I did. The nails. Wonderful. That, you know, that was kind of probably about the time in the 80s we kind of started doing some wild things with nails. And then kind of got this optic illusional type little orange decor. You've got your jelly bracelets. I may give those to my granddaughter. She would like those. The little gift bag there with that 80s print that's undeniably 80s. These earrings that are definitely for the disco night. You've got the cassette tape. Oh my gosh. I wonder how much, if I could find my collection of cassette tapes, if those are actually worth anything. We've got the Rubik's Cube. That was, you know, this was the game that we played in the car instead of the phones. We have the balloon with the Rubik's Cube. Then we have the replica of the beaded necklaces that we all wore. Then we have these, and these are neon, that was the rage, the color. So neon orange, which is definitely me. These, I keep laughing because I remember those leggings, fitness leggings with the leg warmers. I think I had purple leg warmers too. Socks like that. You got the little pendant with the little disco ball. You also have Pac-Man. I don't know that there'll ever be a more recognizable video game than Pac-Man. I just don't. You got Pac-Man. I definitely don't think that's Pinky now. I think that's the orange and red one that was up there. But Pinky came to my mind at first. Then we've got the dice that I talked about, being that dice that hung over your rearview mirror. And then we've got the Madonna gloves. Oh my gosh, Madonna. And the Cyndi Lauper hair. Yeah. All right, I think that's everything. Okay, so just a quick rundown. She sent me so many items in this box. I know it took a little longer, so I'm going to try to wrap it up. There's 25 unique boxes, themes that she has. And each month you receive a different box if you choose to keep going. But you do also give her a pre-approved list. The first time you sign up, it's going to ask you what box. And that will be the first box that you get. The one that you want the most is going to be the first box that you get. So you get to choose that first box theme. During the checkout, you will select that first box. Then the next page, it'll ask you to pre-approve several more boxes. You'll only receive the boxes that you want, but they won't be in a particular order. Now, the first one, your first choice will be, but after that, you will choose the ones that you want, but they won't be in a particular order. After the first month, it will be a surprise from your list that you chose what you're going to get next. If you do really want a specific box for a month, let's say it's going to be a gift or something, just text her and request it. That's what I'm talking about, this customer service, this personability, being so personal with her box. There's not another I've came across that's like that, as for myself personally. She can usually try to make something work. Her phone number's in every box that she sends out. But during checkout, it's very important that you suggest at least 5 boxes that you would like to receive in the future. That way there's just an array of possibilities that's to make sure that you get a box that you want every month. Let's see. No two boxes are alike. I told you that. Another thing that she asked about colors, she also looks towards what age you are. Like a teenager would get maybe slightly different things than a 50-year-old. So let's say you're going to do that for a birthday gift and it's going to be for a teenager. Let her know that. Hey, I'm an adult. I usually get it for myself, but this month it's a birthday gift for a teenager, and she will make those adjustments. She also, where you live, if you're in if you're in Hawaii, the climate and the weather are a little different, so she's going to send some different things. If you're from Minnesota, Chicago, she's going to maybe send you a beanie, hat, because your weather temperature there. So those things change and make the boxes a little different. Let's see. You can choose weekly shipping. You can choose every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. You can always let her know if you're starting to get some things that you don't like. Say, hey, I don't like that. I don't ever use lip balm. I don't like socks. And then she will, kind of change some things to customize it to you. Maybe you want to do a box for multiple grandkids for Christmas. You just let her know that. I mean, I can't even explain about how wonderful it is to be able to just pick up the phone, text her, and say, this is what I need, this is what I'm looking for, this is the age, this is the event, and her make it right. Her be able to do it. That's just, it's wonderful. All right. She prides herself on being green and earth friendly as much as possible. Let's see. Shipping is always free. The blend box is about $28.88 a month, but with your promo code, if you use Single Mom, it gets you down to $24 a month. If you purchase a 3, 6, or 12-month package, the savings are even better. A 3-month package would go from 84 to 72. A 6-month package would go from 156 down to 133. And a 12-month package would go from 300 down to 255. So it definitely helps the cost on those. Just a few of the boxes that she has available here. She had the hop-in. She does do a lot of holiday, a lot of time of the year boxes. She had a Hop into Spring Easter Bunny box. You've Got to Be Kidding Me. 420 Smoking, which is an adults only. Happy Hangover, which is adults only. I think that one would be fun. I saw a little glimpse of what that one was, and I liked that one. The Bee and Butterfly box, that was really cute. I think my granddaughter would like that. Punk Rock, Care Bear, which you're going to be seeing next. Strawberry Shortcake was phenomenal. I love that box. Unicorn Sparkle, my granddaughter would love that box. Beauty Self-Care, I would love that box. Mystical Mermaid, I think that would be another great one for my granddaughter. The Beach box, it is summertime, and I think that would be great for me. Woodland Furry Friends, Galaxy, the 80s box. Everything in this box was 80s. If you want to relive the 80s, get one of these boxes. What a great gift for somebody that was in the 80s for their birthday. Wouldn't that be a hoot to go, watch them open the box? Be awesome. Kawaii Cuteness. My granddaughter would like that one. Art and Craft. Glow Party Festival box. Cactus Hugs. The Tarot box, the Nail Salon box, the Mexican Fiesta box. That comes out in June, so that should be coming out next month. That might be a fun one. I think I would like that one. Miniatures comes out in June next month. I think I would like that one. Halloween ships in October. That would be a fun holiday. New Year's Eve ships in December. That would be another fun holiday one. Valentine ships in February. I like that idea. Mardi Gras ships in March. I like that idea. There looks like there may be a boho box also. Trying to see if there's anything else I see that would be something different. She's going to ask you when you check out, it's going to ask you what your first choice is. going to ask you what age you want it geared to, how often you want your box. Do you want it once a month, every 15 days? You know, she's going to ask you like that. It's going to ask you what your favorite colors are. Those are just a few of the things that she's going to ask you to try to get that box customized to you. So please do go down in my description box, click on the link, use Single Mom, get your percentage off. Like I said, I think this would be a great birthday box for somebody that's an 80s person, because how fun would that be if they opened the box and they could relive, oh, I remember the days of this, or oh, I remember the days of that. I think that would be, I think that would be so awesome. So anyways, like I said, huge shout out to Nik. She stuck by me and gave me some grace through the month of May, and I can't thank her enough. So there will be a video on Wednesday, and hopefully it's a purse sale. I'm going to maybe put up a little reel of the purses I'm going to have for that day. But anyways, thank you all. I want a huge shout out to my subscribers for just giving me grace. And guess what? The 27th, which I think this is probably going to be coming out on the 27th, is my birthday. So happy birthday to me. I kind of mentioned it right before I kind of stopped recording for the month. I thought I was going to probably be able to maybe keep doing once a week, but I just couldn't do it. But anyway, so it is my birthday. I'm going to get a cavity filled on my birthday. And going to set up for a banquet on my birthday. But I had lunch today with my daughter, my son-in-law, and my granddaughter. And so I will get with the rest of my kids sometime this week. It's just been crazy. It's been crazy. But huge shout out to you all that have given me grace and stuck with me. I love you all. And I'll be talking to you all again real soon. Bye.